Namaste, my name is Lenny. I'm energy healer and spiritual coach, and in this video I will talk about the 5 elements, the Panch Mahabhutas, and how we can connect to them and what effect that has on our body and our energy system. Let's dive in. In Ayurveda we talk about the 5 elements or the Panch Mahabhutas. Panch is 5, Maha means the great, and Bhutas are the elements. So 5 elements, that is earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And the universe, everything in the universe is made of these 5 elements. So for example, the table next to me is made up of these 5 elements. The flowers around me are made up of the 5 elements. And my body is made up of the 5 elements. This is why it is so important to know more about the 5 elements and how to balance them in the body, because we are made out of these 5 elements. So in this video I want to share what you can do to connect to each one of the elements. Let's start with earth. Earth is the heaviest element, the most gross element. So with earth we connect by touching the earth, by walking barefoot, by grounding ourselves. I know this is a very trendy word, grounding. I also have a video how to ground yourself in winter. I'll link it here. In that you can see more techniques of grounding. But in short, what you can do for grounding, for connecting yourself to the earth, is walking barefoot, eating root vegetables, so everything which grows under the earth, that they're loaded with earth energy. You can also use all the warming spices like cinnamon, cardamom, and all these kind of things. So ground yourself daily, get into contact with earth daily. A very beautiful way of doing it is gardening. So when you have the possibility to maybe have a balcony or a garden, to touch soil, to touch the earth every day, you should do that, because that will ground you. One of the big things is that it grounds you, and it will connect you to the earth element. And this is very, very important for your inner peace, for your calmness, for peace of mind as well. So earth, the first element. Second element is the water. Water is already a little thinner than earth. Earth you can still hold in your hand. When you try to hold water in your hand, it will run through your fingers. How can we connect to the water element? Very simple, by touching water, by being with water in some way every day. So of course you drink water, that is already a very big part of it, but it is very beautiful for your health, for your mental well-being as well, if you are in the contact with a big body of water every day. So behind me you can see I have the ocean. Here in India, in Goa, it's so beautiful. I can go to the ocean every day, and it is incredible how I feel before and how I feel after. So the water cleanses you, the water rejuvenates your whole body, your whole being. So if you can, try to swim in a big body of water every day if you have the option. Otherwise, you have the shower, and you can take shower very consciously. You can close your eyes and just enjoy the element of water as well. Like this, you will enhance the whole effect of the water. Now let's come to the third element. Third element is fire. Fire is something which most people are lacking these days. The fire in our body is mainly the digestive fire, how we digest food. So by eating the wrong thing, by eating at the wrong time, by eating the wrong combination, most Agnis, most digestive fires in most people are very, very weak now. So it is very important that you foster the fire element in yourself. Another big part why the fire element is weak in most people is that we don't sit around the bonfire anymore. This was very natural for us. Every evening you came into contact with the fire, with the bonfire, for example, or you cooked on an open stove, or there was some kind of candle light, something, some real light. Now we use electricity, so we are totally disconnected from the fire element. So try to come in contact with fire once a day. Not touching it, that's not what I meant. But so for example, in the evening when you read a book, you can also light a candle next to you, or maybe you have an indoor fireplace. That would be very beautiful. Or at least once a week or once a month, make a bonfire somewhere outside and just sit and stare into the flames. It's very meditative as well. This is how you can balance the fire element in your body and how you can connect to the fire as well. Now the next element is the air. The air is one of the easiest elements you can balance, but is also one of the elements which can be out of balance the easiest, because it is moving very, very fast. So when you feel that your thoughts are very fast and you're confused and your emotions are all over the place, most probably the air element inside of you is not balanced. A very beautiful way of balancing your air element is with pranayama, with breathing techniques. Especially I recommend Nadi Shodhana, altered nostril breathing. Like this you balance everything in your system. So once a day you should do some conscious breathing. If you don't do pranayama, that's okay. But maybe in the morning just take a few minutes, sit on the balcony somewhere in the fresh air and just consciously inhale and exhale. Deep and slow breathing, just for a few minutes. That is enough to balance the air element in your body. And during the day, if you get upset, if there is some critical situation happening, always remember to watch your breathing, to calm your breathing. As soon as you control the air element in your body, your mind will be controlled. Your mind will be calm. So whenever you feel a little confused or your mind is running, is racing, just focus on your breathing, deep and calm breathing, and your mind also will calm down. Now let's come to the fifth and very, very interesting element. It's ether. In Sanskrit we call it Akash. There is also the English translation of space. I don't like this translation very much because space, then we think of spaceships and all, but Akash, ether, is right here. Most of us, most of our body, most of everything is Akash. So the biggest quantity is Akash, is ether. So it's not just up there in the space around the spaceships, it is right here. So your body has a big portion of ether. It is a little hard to talk about ether because it's very hard to grasp. We cannot see it, we cannot feel it, we cannot smell it, but what we can do is we can hear it. So the sense of sound is connected to ether. So one thing which you can do to balance the ether element in your system is Om chanting. Singing the sound of Om. It doesn't always have to be singing, you can simply listen to a recording as well. But this is one way of connecting to ether. Ether is the most vast element, and there are hundreds of methods how to connect to it and how to develop a relationship with ether, but that goes on a very spiritual level already, a very deep level, and you can grow spiritually a lot. So all the spiritual work we do actually happens on the level of ether. So but one way of connecting to ether is with Om chanting, or just simply listening to Om chants. Another way of connecting to the ether in our body, in our system, is meditation and just feeling the emptiness, feeling the vastness. So ether is the emptiness in between the other elements. It's the stage which holds the other elements while they play their game. So these are the 5 elements and how you can connect to them. I'm really looking forward to get your comment on this video and want to hear about your story. Try out the things I told you and tell me about it, how it worked for you, how you feel after. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe my channel if you want to get more information on yoga, Ayurveda and shamanism, and see you in the next video.